Hello, everybody, and welcome to Lad Vent number 1, where, if you read the title, this will be my first time playing an Ace Attorney game. Yeah, and we're gonna do the Investigations one that recently came out, specifically the demo. I'm gonna turn that down a bit, because I think it's a bit too loud. Yeah, I saw this game on the One Nintendo Direct. I thought it kind of looked like Detective Pikachu. I really liked that game. So, we're gonna play it. And also, yes, like I said in the community post, I do apologize for a lack of uploads. We're just gonna do the first one, and we're gonna do pixel art, because that's what I like. And yeah, we're just gonna, yeah. I do apologize for lack of uploads. November was a busy month, school-wise, and kind of just personal-wise. I'm a very busy man. To make sure the defendant is found guilty, what other choice do I have? That's the job of a prosecutor, after all. That may be true, but why? Why go this far? Sorry, maybe I wasn't clear enough. But a guilty verdict is all that matters to me. No matter what the cost. Oh, so is he dead? I'm a prodigy among prosecutors. Always have been, always will be. Alrighty. March 14th, 2:05 a.m. So this is early. Jeez, who's getting up at 2:05 a.m.? Me, apparently. Edgeworth. Worth an edge, huh? Gumshoe have been keeping an eye on my office and keeping it clean. Oh. The door's unlocked. Detective Gumshoe? What's the smell? It's very familiar. Blood? What? What the? What's the meaning of this? Freeze. Identify yourself. Shut up. You got some nerve committing murder in a prosecutor's office. Is that a threat? Let me make one thing very clear. What? No one gets away with committing murder in my office. No one. So we're gonna investigate. My name is Miles Edgeworth. I work as a prosecutor in my local district. Little did I know that upon my return home after a month abroad, I would be thrust into a multitude of cases, some very frantic and busy days. Finished photographing the victim's body, sir. Well, please continue your investigation. Yes, sir. Mr. Edwards, sir, are you okay, sir? Keep it down, detective. This is a crime scene. I heard that murder had taken place in your office. I ran up here straight away. This is Dick Gumshoe. He is a detective with the local. Yeah. Okay, so the one guy's name is Edge, and the one guy's name is Dick. This can't be more perfect. They handle the murder. You're looking a little pale, sir. Are you hurt? No, I'm perfectly fine. However... Heck, look what they did to your office. It's totally trashed. Say, the culprit sullied my floor with dirt rather well. No one gets away with tracking mud into my office. Well, it sounds like you're really getting burned up over this whole thing. This crime was committed in my office, so it's my responsibility to solve it. Oh, it's just like you, Mr. Edgeworth. Hey, time to do some investigating. Agreed. Our first course of action is to gather relevant facts and leads. We must not overlook everything, no matter how small, to find the truth. Keep my hands, information etched in the forefront of my mind. Speaking of things that pique my curiosity, why of all places did murder occur in my office? I get a nagging feeling that this is something important to keep in my mind. Yeah, I was wondering that myself, sir. I mean, you can't really say it's a coincidence, can you? No, not really, especially because of this. The key to your office? What do you mean, sir? If you think about it carefully and use the logic, it becomes clear to you. Logic? By finding the connection between two pieces of information, connecting them, new information is born. That is the end result of using logic. How do you use it? First, I recall the information we gathered with L and then connect them together with X. Now to use L to recall the facts. Alrighty. Yeah. For security reasons, all prosecutors' doors are outfitted with locks, which means they would have been hard for the murderer and to the victim to get in here. Ergo, it's impossible to dismiss the location of the crime as a mere coincidence. Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking, sir. Oh, crap, I accidentally. There must be a reason why someone was the killer after. You're really on the ball today, Mr. Edgeworth. Okay, it's been 7 minutes, and I've just been clicking through dialogue. And I just dropped my Joy-Con on the ground. If all leads to their conclusion, only the truth remains. However, the information doesn't line up properly, it'll stay far from the truth as well, but if I think carefully before piecing leads, logic should flow. Alright, let's get started. Okay, finally, gameplay, oh my gosh. Alright. Oh my gosh, let me move. Let me play. Ace Investigator. Oh my gosh, we can move. Oh my gosh, I've never been so happy. Okay, gun. It's a gun. So if it would mean that the killer made their escape after disposing of their gun here. I think we've seen one of these before. Care to enlighten me as to where? Oh, I know. It was issued at the exact same model, I think. Detective. I don't really like guns and all that much. I mean, they're really dangerous. I think now you see this model of precinct a lot, sir. I don't use mine much, except in emergencies. That's why I don't recognize it. It's the same type of revolver as the ones used by the precinct's detectives. So he's probably a precinct detective. Oh, so we just run around, click buttons, and then click through more dialogue. I see. So the detective's like the stupid one, and Edge over here is the smart one. Okay, the body, obviously. We're not gonna ask about the body. They're photographing the body. It should be alright to examine this area. Okay, so they shot him in the balls. Okay, so they shot him in the balls. There's blood all over his balls. Clean through his stomach. Okay. Other words, he was shot in the balls. Yup. When the autopsy's done, I don't think we'll know much more than that. Please, the body once the mortar. Okay. You going to be okay with keeping track of the evidence? Of course. It's the safest way I know to keep track. Okay. So this is not like Detective Pikachu at all. I thought it would be a bit more puzzle solving. But it's more of just, oh, look at this. Okay. Oh. Okay. We're... Oh, is case? It's a police badge. Buddy Faith, Buddy Holly, rank detective. Mr. Buddy Holly, here's our detective with the detective. I seem to have gathered a few pieces of pinch, calmly use some logic. Okay, let's try to use... Okay, so the revolver victim was a detective. I think these are connected. The revolver, the standard model used by detectives, could it have belonged to a recently departed? Could you please thoroughly check the victim's body one more time? Yes, sir. No on it, sir. Oh, yeah, his gun's missing. Is it? Oh, it's a 3D model. You can use R to rotate it. I thought this would be a lot more exciting. Okay. Oh. Looks like only one round was fired. Wow, the killer. It's just one shot. I think the guy knew how to handle a gun. No proof for now, but this is doomed possibility. What about the book? It probably fell during the struggle. I tried so hard to keep this place spotless while you were away. I mean, this just rendered all the time and effort I put in pointless. I don't recall ever asking you to clean my room. I watered the flowers every day, just like you requested, sir. I just added a cleaning as a weekend special. About half a day every Saturday, I'd come in to clean this place until it sparkled. Does he have a life? This is like some sound euphonium dialogue. Jim! Why could this happen to a guy like you? That guy's the killer. Isn't he? Right? Leave me alone. Just let me be. This investigation is still ongoing, so please refrain from touching the body. The body? The body? Don't talk about him like some lump of flesh. Look at him. Jim looks like he's just turned in for the night. Sure, just a bloodstained suit, pal. Isn't that the killer? Are you a prosecutor? Why, yes, I am. I'm Jock Sportsman, prosecutor. Oh, Jack Sportsman. The Miles Edge. Dick. So you're Miles Edge. Guess this is your office? Yes, that is correct. Then it was you. You're the one who killed Jim. Hey, don't go around and jump to these conclusions, pal. Just calm down, okay? Well, not. I know how things work around here. High prosecutor's office doors have locks built into them, and the owner of the office has the key to the office of their own door. That is correct. However, I was not the one who killed your partner. Yeah, Mr. Edgeworth has been overseas on a business trip this whole time, pal. The key to the door was with me the entire time, okay? So the only one who could get in here was me. Oh. Wait, that means... I'm not sure what that means. No way, pal, you got it all wrong. Mr. Portsman, correct? If you're a real prosecutor, you should know how to stay collected. Investigators have just begun. Isn't it too early to draw conclusions? Alright, I get the point. You're right, my mistake. I tend to get a little too hot-headed sometimes. Sure, you're a cool customer, though, Edge. Heard all the rumors about you. You're the great genius prosecutor. Something of a legend, you know. Anyway, let's call a truce and work together. Now, how about a handshake to seal the deal? A pleasure to work with you. You guys were conducting your investigation, right? Sorry for barging in like that. Carry on then to your room after all. So he was the killer, right? Because we saw him in the cutscene. You there, sir? I want you to capture the scene on film for me. A final farewell of my partner, Jim. Should probably give them some space. This probably seems important. Ah, your jacket, sir. What's it doing on the floor? Must have fallen off the wall when the killer tried to threaten me by firing around. The killer not only shot the victim, but they shot your jacket as well. They dared to shoot the ultra-cessile jacket. Made for you. Not through it, it would have been a disaster. It's not worth getting worked up over, detective. No, there's something more here. Oh, like what? Take it you haven't noticed yet, detective. There's a giant contradiction right here in front of us. Really? This guy's not a very good detective. Did I say contradiction? He must be rubbing off on me. I'm starting to sound like him. My own methods, I don't conduct this investigation my way. Seen before me contradicts a piece of evidence or seems off. That's when my deductive skills come into play. First, I have to find the heart that holds the contradiction. Beep. Bolt holes in the contradiction. Well, what do you mean, sir? It's elementary. 2 shots were fired in this room. First felled the victim, and the second felled this frame. Hey, that's right. However, this gun only fired once. It means he had 2 guns. The killer have another gun prepared for the night? By the way, I noticed something, sir. Yes? What's that thing sticking up over behind the frame? Oh, that's a secret safe. The safe? Ooh, that's no money. Spares the trouble and just say it. Nothing like you're imagining is inside. If you could kindly move this frame out of the way. Roger that. Achoo, achoo. Talk about dusty. Not here to dust it once in a while. Okay, secret safe. Oh, we get to play with logic again. I promise this video won't be more than... I feel like they're connected. I believe I figured out what the murderer was after. Well, what is this, sir? The fact that the safe was wiped clean of fingerprints suggests that the criminal had at least attempted to open the safe, making the culprit's motive for breaking and entering theft. I wonder if knowing that the motive behind this break-in was theft changes what the other piece of information can tell me about this crime. don't think. I'm just gonna do that to see if there's a connection. There's a possibility that the files split on the floor are not the result of a struggle between the victim and his killer. I was right! It could be from when the killer tried to find something. Precisely. So we need to figure out why, if any of the... Yes, sir. You're gonna shelve these files like you've never seen before, even in a library. Sure. Let's give that a try. What do you do? The good ones die young. Surely you must ponder every once in a while. Edge? No matter how we relent, the dead will not come back to life. All we can search is for the truth. And so what are we supposed to do? How do we go about finding the truth? Through investigation. Through Ace Attorney investigations. So, this file goes here and that book goes there. You sure know a lot about where things go, despite being this. Because I'm the one who keeps it tidy, pal, okay? Done. Nothing's missing. Hey, there's the bullet. Detective, I don't have the time to deal with your weak stomach right now. You know I'm not good with blood, sir. I'm certain there's something wrong with this picture. Well, there's a bullet hole right there, pal. This is where the bullet lodged itself after it went through the victim, huh? Well, to be lodged squarely in a file spine indicates the files were ransacked. Guess that was the victim moved because he was in the killer's way. Okay. Victim's handprints, he must have tried to support himself with his... Okay, then there's blood. That's why the seat of victim's hands have blood on. That'll be okay, so he wasn't actually shot on the balls. Okay, I've looked at it. Put them all back just as they should be, sir. Doesn't look like anything's missing. Well, it does look like the killer moved the body to flip through my shelves. Wonder if they found what they were looking for. Okay, that. I feel like I've investigated everything. Spot some. I feel like I should deduce. Okay, if we do this, and then clearly a contradiction here with the bullet hole. What do you mean, sir? Don't you see? Quite simply, the bullet hole itself is too low. If he was shot in the stomach, the hole should have been much higher up. But what if the guy was shot while he was sitting or lying down, sir? That would be illogical. The victim leaned against the shelf here after being shot. He says he was standing when he was shot. That means... Wait, what does that mean, sir? It means you need to use your brain every once in a while instead of mine, detective. In any case, that means a faulty assumption. And it was from this mistake that our current contradiction was born. It was the faulty assumption that caused this problem with the bullet hole's position. Order of the files. I believe that the order of the files is a bit off. You know, put them back in the wrong order? Hey, actually, I think the labels are wrong, sir. Oh? Yeah. See here all the files that were... You got here number 0? What are those doing all the way down there after 1, 2, and 3? That's really weird. Actually, the way they are organized now is the correct order. Exactly as I see them in my mind's eye. Numbers are all in order. Those white binders are special, they're arranged a little differently. But from this, we know the files were not... Oh, so that's it. I believe the killer made the same incorrect assumption as you did, detective. Let's rearrange the files in numerical order and see what we find out. That makes a lot more sense. Because he was shot. Looks like writing over there in the books, or am I just going crazy? Oh, and there's a book missing over there. This. Ah! What is that? Why does it say gumshoe wear and blood? Someone's incredibly incriminating evidence. Yes, indicative of a criminal activity indeed. No, wait, there's gotta be some mistake. Mr. Edgeworth, sir, help me, say something. It appears that one of my files was stolen. That also, what about me and my situation? Is this the bit the killer was really after? Okay, guys. I'm telling you, it wasn't me. Very terribly pleased to hear that your beloved partner is the guilty party. If you are going to accuse Detective Gumshoe of being the culprit, I sincerely hope you have some proof to back it up. And at least allow me to understand your reasoning. You got it. I don't like this one bit. There's something strange about this man's attitude. There must be some sort of flaw to his logic. Oh boy, another mechanic. A flaw. They're making this all seem fun, but this is kind of boring. I mean, it's fun, but it doesn't make very good content. I thought it would make a bit better content. Oh wait, dang it. Yes, that's old news. You know what? I like this game. I think it's good, but yeah, like. I think I get it, sir. I'll try to this very well. I'll even show you how it's done. Now watch carefully. Sportsman's logic. Detective Gumshoe, you stole Jim's gun from him and shot him dead. Furthermore, you've messed up the files to make it look like you had committed theft instead. That's why you moved Jim's body that was sitting in front of the bookshelf. But thanks to that, you didn't notice the bloody letters that his body was hiding. And it must be his final words that you brought him to justice. To argue that the victim's died message points to his killer? I hear Jim's voice. He's calling for his killer's arrest. If you're sure he's not mishearing his words, Mr. Portsman. There's no way Detective Gumshoe is the culprit here. I will find the flaw in this man's logic. Expose it with credible evidence. Rebuttal. Mr. Gumshoe stole Jim's gun from his hand and shot him dead. Further, you messed up the files to make it look like you had committed theft. That's why you used. It will be this. Assuming that those letters were intended for you? Yep. Jim was an outstanding detective. Looks like Mr. Portsman still doesn't understand. He's yet to figure out the true meaning behind the bloody letters. What do you I literally just started pressing buttons. Actually, there's a gigantic flaw in his logic. Gap so wide that even a good detective can spot it. Include Mr. Portsman presenting. He stole Jim's gun. Let's see. He didn't even know about the thing. Oh crap, I have a health bar. I have a truth health bar. Oh crap, I'm not good at this. It's when you move Jim's body, make it here. I need to... Why detective? Because the body was getting in his way. He had to mess it up. Anyway. There will be his final words that you will be brought to justice. Thanks to you, you didn't notice the bloodied letters. Further, you messed up the files. Detective Gumshoe stole against Jim from him and shot him dead. Crap, what do I do here? Oh no. And when you moved Jim's body that was sitting in front of the bookshelf? Oh, that's when... I'm just gonna save here. Okay. Thanks to that, you didn't notice the bloody... That's when you moved Jim's body. That's when you moved Jim's body that was sitting in front of the bookshelf. Moved Jim's body, but thanks to that, you didn't notice the bloody letters. You stole Jim's gun. Why would he need... You know, there's something I've been meaning to ask. What is it? Why you call the victim Jim? Clearly his name is Buddy Faith. Isn't it obvious? Jim is the perfect name for my companion. Jackson and Jim, don't those two names go together like peanut? But Jim isn't even close to the real guy's name. Well, Jackson Buddy just sounds off somehow. Besides, he was the third of a bunch of guys I decided, didn't he? Talks about the victim like he is his pet. I'm just gonna press everything and just see what happens. Do you really think it was necessary to dishevel my shelves twice? That's true. Okay, maybe his real intent was theft. Are you accusing me of stealing something from Mr. Edgeworth? It's a possibility. Maybe your salary's been cut so much that your life is getting a little too rough to handle. You know that I eat 30 square meals every day, pal. Okay, all three of them happen to be instant noodles, but... Poor thing, what an evil prosecutor you paired up with. The motive, no? That's when you moved Jim's... Jeez, I suck at this. It's been like 5 minutes. And what was it? Because the body was getting in his way. He had to mess up your bookshelf somehow, right? Anyway. I'm just pressing everything to see if I can figure it out. Why do you think the killer didn't know the bloody letters? The body was covering it quite well, wouldn't you say? That's how he missed it. But no! No, because there's a missing one. There's a missing one. There's a missing one. Because there's a missing one. Oh my gosh, I figured it out. I am a genius. Missing one. There's a missing one. A missing link. Talking about? Oh, you're joking, I get it. Ha ha ha. If you have the time to laugh, then you have the time to take another closer look at this. No, I direct your attention to the missing file. What? That's impossible. That's impossible, Mr. Portsman. Wait, what's it? Nothing. There's files on the shelf that held a certain case. The killer went to take the file after murdering their partner. I only doubt they could have missed the bloody letters written on the spines. It's possible that they could have taken the file before committing the murder. I think it's pretty obvious that the file was stolen once it was written on. Missing letters in the detective's name where the file should be is proof. Yeah, I mean the S is gone and there's only half an H. Detective Gumshoe was really the culprit of this case. I doubt that he could even overlook his own name written in blood on the files. Stay in the sight of blood. Which means? What exactly? What does that make of this dying message? Makes the work of a criminal intent on tampering with this crime scene. That's so low. I can't believe the criminal tried to pin this whole thing on me, sir. This video is so long. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna get him, sir. You're gonna have him under arrest and... Well, Mr. Portsman? Haha. Brilliant. Absolutely splendid. Oh, you're deserving of Olympic gold. Appreciate the praise, but doesn't change the fact that your reasoning's flawed. Man, you win some, you lose some. That's how life goes. God, everyone's so cheery, even though I feel more dead than alive. You know, it really is a shame. I really didn't want to have to bring this up. However. What? What is it this time? Are you still after me, pal? Humor me for a second. Who has the key to this office? That would be me. Mr. Edward proves that I'm innocent, pal. That's absolutely right, and I acknowledge your innocence. Well, you sense they still have something to say. Well, I was thinking, do you know there was one other person with a key here? One other person? Hey, you there? Yes, sir. What is it, sir? Would you kindly fetch an escort that you love the young lady here for me? Lady? The girl's a member of this building's security. You think of her as material witness. Security? Did you say security? No, stop it, pal. Don't. What's wrong with him and all of a sudden? I believe she needs no introduction. I have called upon Miss Maggie Bird, member of security. Detective Gumshoe, sir. Maggie. Mr. Bird is the security office on watch tonight. I see, and your point is? The point is that she could have very well used it. And by it, I mean the master key, which can open all office doors in this building. What? If you are not the guilty party, Detective Gumshoe, then there's only one other person with access to this room, and it's Mrs. Bird. How dare you? I'd never sneak into someone's office room. That's right, I refuse to believe that Maggie's the culprit, pal. It was me. That's right, I did it. Can you take this as a confession, Detective? Oh, well, it wasn't really me. But it definitely wasn't Maggie, pal. So yeah, it was me, if you have no problems with that, right? Please refrain from flying off the handle, Detective. There's no need for such theatrics. Listen to your boss, Detective. He understands what I'm saying here. Girl's the only one who could have committed the crime. It's for one simple reason. Reason for suspicion. Pretty obvious that Mrs. Bird snuck into your room using the master key. If Detective Gumshoe isn't the one who opened the door, then leaves only Miss Bird as our prime suspect. What time is it? Top of which, making it all more probable that she is one who faked the dying message. So you're saying it was she who used the master key. Master key. Incredibly incriminating evidence, wouldn't you say? That's what you claimed about the... But we found a key in the office. We found the key. We found a key in the office. We did it! We found the key! We found the key! Okay, it's pretty obvious that Mrs. Bird snuck into your room using the master key.
Hold it!
Want me to hear lies? I'll be the judge of that, Miss Bird, if you please. I discovered that the master key was missing at around 1 a.m., sir. What do you mean by missing? It wasn't anywhere in the security booth, sir. Villain must have stolen it. Sportsman, I believe this to be an important piece of testimony, don't you? I can't believe that someone like you would be taken by such words. Not lying, sir. If that's the case, then I'd like to know why you have the master key now. I don't quite know. It's just reappeared all of a sudden. With a likely story, where's the proof that your key was stolen to begin with? But you just forgot where you put it and then found it again. Never lose things, I practically guarantee that. And with me, if something disappears, it usually becomes someone who stole it. Yeah, pal, trust me, you don't want to test just how bad our luck is. Fortunately, I can't deem this piece of testimony as conclusive. Glad you agree, Mr. Edge. But, you still haven't established Maggie's motive for breaking into Edward's office. Her motive, didn't we already establish that? It was theft? I mean, the culprit clearly went through the bookshelves and at least tried to save. It is Mr. Portsman. I can't ignore the fact that all the evidence points to our motive of theft. I'm done taking blows. It's time to counterattack with a few facts of my own. I feel like... We found a key here, though, remember? Her intent, messed up shelves, was wiped on safe. I'd say thievery. I mean, if Detective Gumshoe wasn't the one who opened the door, then it leaves only Miss Bird as her prime suspect. On top of which, she knows a good detective, doesn't she? Making it all the more probable that she was the one fake designers. Let's just press everything like last time, because the stolen key isn't on, or the... Concur that the culprit's motive appears to have been thievery. However, got to hear that great. However, we have to investigate bookshelves in the safe. Hey, good thinking. As for my opinion on the matter, would it be too much for you to allow me to complete a full sentence? I mean, express him. I thought we had established Detective Gumshoe's innocence pretty thoroughly. That's the theory, one hypothesis among many, huh? I mean, I had my doubts about Miss Bird from the very beginning. It's my case, then why'd you mention her at first? No, don't make that face. See, there goes the truth. I'm running the other way. Let's pick up the pace and see if we can catch up to it. I don't think you're catching my drift. But we have agreement that the detective isn't the killer, right? If so, then I hope you understand when I say that since she isn't the only one who could have opened your office door, there's only... Let me look at my evidence again. The gun... barely jumping to conclusions, saying there's another way to open the door and then with the master key. Oh, I get it. Perhaps you had a spare made for someone else. Have you know I've never made a spare, you instead. I guess I should have known better than to suggest that someone like you would. On top of which, there. Is there anyone in this district who hasn't at least heard of Detective Gumshoe? Good point. He's practically a celebrity among prosecutors. Really? I never knew I was so talked about. Sir, we're holding our collective breath, you know. When you screw up so badly that you're literally chased off the force. Well, is that true, Edge? Of course not. That's hogwash. Hogwash? Don't scare me like that. I almost had a heart attack there. Making it all the more probable that she was the one who faked the dying message. By dying message, you mean the bloody letters that spell out Gumshoe? Fear that I ever wrote that name wanted to frame him. Just the act of choosing his name is proof enough the two knew each other well. Mr. Edge, what are you waiting for? Hurry up and present some evidence. I would love to. But first we should listen a bit more and do just what he's saying. Press him for more information. I've already pressed him for everything. Are you sure the Miss Bird is the only member of security who could use the master key? Only one person at staff at this time of night, and she's it. Isn't that right, Miss Bird? That's, true, but I wasn't able to use the master key at this time of crime, sir. Wasn't able to. Oh yeah, we've already been through this. I discovered that the master key was missing at around 1 a.m., sir. I mean by missing, stolen. Someone must have stolen it. How likely story. Well, you know, pal. Besides, Maggie doesn't even have any. Oh my! This is hard. This is a hard game. I mean, the culprit clearly went through the bookshelves, at least tried to save. Miss Portsman says, Detective. Can't ignore the fact that all evidence points toward motive of theft. I'm done taking blows. It's time to counterattack with a few facts of my own. Her intent messed up. Let me look at. No, because there's a hole in it. Why would she... No, because there's a hole. Why would she fake it and then take it? Like... That's stupid. Stupid, why would she fake the dying message and then take the book? What? Why would she fake it and then take the book? Can't allow him to set the pace here. Must remain calm, only doing so I can find the fatal flaw in his reasoning. It's no more probable that she was the one who faked the dying message, on top of which she knows her good detective. Oh, wait. Safe! Only prosecutors know about the safe. I'm so good at this game. Yes! Yes. Oh my gosh, this is my second, 50-minute long video in, a row. I can't remember what the upload before this was, actually. I think it was Wario's Inferno, the movie. You also must be aware of the fact that the safe is a secret safe, the existence of which is only privy to prosecutors. Ah! I find it a little hard to believe that a hidden safe was a part of her cunning plan. But she could have been able to find it by accident while she was turning everything upside down. Highly doubt that. Say the culprit knew exactly what they were looking for. Sure, all the bookshelf and the safe were targeted. I'm not gonna say that. Yeah, even I don't know about that safe, pal. And that means there's no way Maggie could have known about it either. And are you proposing that the killer is a prosecutor? Interesting conclusion. It's definitely looking more probable. What's wrong, prosecutor? You have a different suspect in mind now? I curses, why? Why I made you? With the angry face all of a sudden. It's all my fault. What do you mean? It's Jim. He knew. Existence of secret saves. What'd you just say? We were partners, like inseparable conjoined twins. So I told him I filled him on the secret safes. And that means, yeah, I know. I had to only just, but obviously, I still can't quite believe it. But the thief who broke into your room was probably Jim. So that the victim was the thief, and you were simply trying to stop him, weren't you, Miss Maggie Bird? I don't want to admit it, but that's the only way for everything else to make sense. He has no honor. Can't kick us out. This is Mr. Edgewood's office. But I'm going to sign in this case. We're all suspects to varying degrees, and therefore. Wait, is that where the demo ends? That's where the demo ends? That's so mean. It just ends. Alright, that's gonna have to edit for the day. I'm so sorry that it ended there, but. I mean, after Ladvent's over, I might eventually come back to this game, guys. But for now, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.